How's it going, Raider Nation? It's JT coming at you with another episode of the Raider Cast, your podcast for everything silver and black. Today, I was listening to Raider Nation Radio, the Morning Tailgate with Clay Baker, and I thought that Vinny Bonsignore said something very interesting while he was on the show in the first hour. Definitely go check it out on podcast, Spotify, wherever you can find it. I will listen to it on Apple Podcasts, but I know for a fact you can also find it on Spotify. Definitely go give it a listen. But this clip in particular was very interesting to me. So let's just take a listen.
If you're asking the question about when did this regime kind of sour on Derek Carr as the long-term answer, and that's what we're talking about. This decision, everyone wants to say they're blaming Derek Carr for this year. They're thinking beyond this year, and they always have. Mm-hmm. The decision was ultimately going to be, that's why they constructed the contract the way it did, is Derek Carr the quarterback of the future? Forget 2022. That had somewhat to do with it because he was either going to prove or not prove that he was the guy moving forward.
No, sure,
but this is about way more and way more beyond 2022. When did that happen? Way earlier than you think. I would say within weeks of the start of the season.
That is so interesting to me. That clip of him basically saying and confirming what I've been thinking this whole time. I've said it before. I would love to find clips, but I can't really. I don't know where it is. But basically, all I said was that the way this contract has been constructed, the plan was this is a prove it deal for Derek Carr. Basically, it was to give him money for this year, like a guaranteed money, but also make it so it's easy for us to move on from him. They constructed a lot of contracts like that. Like Adams' 5-year contract is really a 3-year contract. Chandler Jones' contract is really like a 2 or 3-year contract. That's how they roll. They want to be able to make sure they have an out. That way, if they need to get rid of a player, they can very easily without a lot of cap issues. And Derek Carr was someone that they didn't really care about in a way. They wanted to see if he could actually be the QB of the future, as Vinny said. And he didn't prove that. And they knew within weeks that he was not the answer for them. He was not the QB for them. And honestly, I think that's just been a long time coming. Mostly because if you look at head coaches over the years that we've had, you have Derek Carr's first head coach was Dennis Allen. He drafted him. He gets fired. Jack Del Rio comes in. He's not going to get rid of a second-year QB that looked, somewhat decent in his rookie year. Plays him. He plays really well. 32 touchdowns his second season. 2016 happens. 2017 happens. Jack Del Rio gets fired. John Gruden comes in. John Gruden doesn't like rookies. This is a vet quarterback, 2 years removed from a near MVP level of play. I'm going to keep him, try to build. He sells away his best friend, though. But he tries to build around Carr, and Carr becomes the best version of himself under Gruden, in all honesty. He has great 2020 and 2021 years. 2019 and 2020. 2020 was not a big year for him. 2019 and 2020 were big years for Carr. He had huge years, making it seem like he was, the solution. Then 2021 hits, and all that bullshit happens, but he still had that clutch factor, and everyone's like, all right, we can move past that. This year happens. Plays like crap. And after 9 seasons, you just got to move on. This front office doesn't care about who was here first. It was proven that this offseason, they got rid of Kenyon Drake. They got rid of Alex Leatherwood. They got rid of, during the season, Jonathan Abram. They didn't care who was here before. They didn't care where you were drafted, how much you cost. You're gone. They don't care. If they don't like how you're going to play, they don't like your drive, they don't like your effort, they don't like any of that, you're gone. They're going to build their team how they want. They don't care about what was all the scraps that were left over. And Derek Carr became part of that. They didn't care how long he's been here or his whole situation. They removed the emotional side of Derek Carr's story and looked at the business side. Is he a good QB? Is he someone we can build around for the future to win Super Bowls? Not with that contract. And not with the play that they saw this season. He had an extremely disappointing season. His completion percentage is at 60%. The month of December was at 55. 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Lost the game in Pittsburgh. Lost the game in the Rams. Not the defense. 17 points. 13 points. That's not the defense. They're not giving up 25 plus points. They're not even giving up 20 points. The Chargers game, they didn't give up 20 points. They gave up 13. The worst game this season was the Niners and the Seahawks. And we beat the Seahawks in overtime because of Josh Jacobs. But the defense also stepped up in those games. They had moments. And the Niners game definitely lost because of the defense. But we're also on, third string linebackers. And they're trying to build up that part of the roster. And you can't do that when you're paying a QB who is maybe going to be good next season, $40 million. They have the pieces. They got Devontae Adams. They got Josh Jacobs, who I think, and Vinny has confirmed, he thinks that is absolutely going to come back. You also have Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow. On the upside side of the wall, you have Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, who came alive towards the end of the season. Unfortunately, got injured. Those players are going to be back. That's a core that you can build around. We have plenty of draft picks. With Carr gone, you'll have upwards of $60, $70, $80 million with some restructuring and stuff like that to pay free agents, to pay for the draft picks. And we can build. You can get a QB clearly shown through Stidham. You can put a QB that at least knows the system or is a very smart QB into the system. Doesn't matter how good they are, talent-wise. As long as they understand the system, they can succeed, especially with the weapons they have around them. Darren Waller, Devontae Adams is insane. Add Hunter Renfrow and Josh Jacobs in, even more insane. Build up that O-line, build up that defense, and you've got a team that will, in my opinion, make the playoffs, depending on our moves. But, if we just do exactly what I said, get good players in here, pay them, defensive tackle, corner, O-line, linebacker. Get those players in with the money that we save from getting rid of Carr. Maybe get some draft picks out of Carr. If he wants to go to a team that he chooses and keep his contract, we can trade him. And build from there. Carr had his chance. He had 9 seasons. 9 seasons to maybe win. Yeah, he didn't have the defenses, didn't always have the O-line, didn't always have the coaching. But there were times where we got close and he failed as a quarterback to put us over the edge. He made us mediocre. So it's moving on time. They knew from the get-go that he was not their guy. That's why he was benched. And that's why Stidham is in. That's why, going to this offseason, he's not our QB next season. He'll be in Washington or New York or Carolina or Indianapolis, whoever he goes to. He'll be there. We'll be in Las Vegas. Carr is gone, but the shield continues. The silver and black blood in me is still going to be a fan because I don't care where players go. I'm a Raider fan, I'm a fan of the players that we have, but as long as they're on our team. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. That'd be a great help for me to know that you guys enjoy the content, and I always want to make good content for you guys. I have a lot of videos coming out this week. I have the State of the Nation coming out again. I will ask that question tomorrow. You guys give me your questions either under this video, under previous videos, at me on Twitter, Instagram. Leave me comments, and I will answer them in Friday's video. I also have a East Coast pregame show coming out this week. And then on Saturday, I will be streaming the finale of the Raiders season versus the Chiefs. I'll be live streaming that on Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely come in for that. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe. I hope you guys had an absolutely fantastic day. And peace out, Raider Nation.